And we are live. Hey everyone, how's it going? Happy 8 p.m. It's Richard, and today we are doing part 2 of Trust Your Heart. That is today's topic. We'll be doing Q&A as always, and all this really is just a open conversation that we have every single day. I'm going to be very straightforward here. If you're joining us either right now and you're hearing this, or if you're joining us a little bit later, today is going to be a very, very, very free flow conversation. A little bit about my day today and kind of draw out the reasons why today's topic is, and why is that why was that the theme yesterday and why is that the theme today? Because it's literally I choose my based off of what's kind of on my heart, what's on my mind, and trust your heart is on my mind right now. So I guess I'll start off by explaining to you why this topic of trust your heart is on my mind. I was having a great conversation with my girl yesterday, and let's see here. So a question was asked, or I don't even know if a question was asked. I think so. We have a list of questions that we always ask every single week, which is essentially, how do we do better? How can we improve ourselves? And when I ask myself this question, normally, like the easy thing to do is kind of go through that checklist, that routine checklist. Yesterday, I had to stop myself a second, and instead of having a routine answer of like, "Oh, I can improve myself by exercising more or being more disciplined," things like that, the answers that are very candid and generic don't work. So yesterday night, I thought about that question of how can I improve myself this week, and I realized the answer was I felt like it was a little bit more simpler than I thought it would be, which was like that was the biggest answer that I had last night, and I realized was causing all my problems every single day was my sleep schedule. Why? Because is I used to go to sleep really late. I like for this past week, my sleep has been a mess. I've been going to sleep at 3 a.m. I still want to wake up at a certain time, such as I want to wake up early. So I want to wake up at 5:30 or 6 a.m., which means I only sleep for whatever 3.5 hours, or maybe 4, maybe 5 hours. And what happens is because I'm sleeping for such a short period of time, I know I'm not getting ample rest, which also means that I'm going to be groggy. So is if I'm half awake, it's not. Therefore, the fix for that was I would wake up, do my morning ritual, morning routine stuff, and then I'll go back to sleep for a few more hours. My day's gone. So the fix for that for me is I had to trust my heart yesterday night and kind of like deeper, not just give the canned response, but dig deeper and understand the thing that I get to work on right now is I get to work on uh, going to sleep earlier, because that's what's been screwing up my productivity. And yesterday I went to sleep at I plan to go to sleep at 11. I went to sleep at 11:45, which for me is still decent. It's better than 3 a.m. And as a result of that, I woke up this morning at I think 6 a.m. I believe I woke up at 6 a.m. this morning, and I felt very refreshed. And I got straight to work. Didn't resist today, and I just worked all day. So I guess that's kind of the benefit of trusting our heart in kind of this context, in my opinion. That's kind of why this conversation is on my mind, and we'll talk a little bit more about that along the way. So let's do a little bit of reading here. Little brown girl Jazz Big Dreams says, "My heart is always wrong when it comes to things." Hold on. Let's see. All right. Good comments here. Tanya, I see you. Robin, I see you. Onathox. Back to Robin. Okay, so Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. I'll do one little comment at a time. So little brown girl says, my heart is always wrong when it comes to things. Here is my opinion. I don't think it's your heart that is wrong. Your heart will always know what is right. It's just that relationship that you have with your heart. It's the relationship that you have with yourself. How do I say this? I'm using my own experiences, but I would like to think our heart is always right. Our heart always knows the answer. Heart is wrong. It's not your heart that's wrong. It's that you might be overanalyzing the decision that you're making. That's kind of been my experience. I could say for my past, seeing this whole concept of trusting your heart for the past probably 3 years. And every single time I've trusted my heart, I've never been wrong. Remember. And I believe the reason for that is it's because when we trust our heart, just because we trust our heart, it does not mean we have a guaranteed result. It means that you are doing what is in alignment with what you believe is right. You do what you believe is right, does not always guarantee the result. So let me give you a quick example. Let's say there is a and your heart says, "Ooh, I should go talk to this person." It does not mean that you should go talk to this person and they're going to receive you back and you're going to be in a relationship. No. Trusting your heart to go talk to that person means your heart says, "Hey, this is scary. I might get rejected, but I'm going to go talk to this person anyway because my heart is telling me to do that, because I know if I don't do it, that's all trusting our heart means. It doesn't guarantee results. It guarantees that you do what you feel is right for you." And is not to do the best right thing all the time. I think the purpose is to live life in alignment with who you truly are. I think that's the purpose of trusting your heart. And as long as you're trusting your heart and making decisions from your heart, making choices that are aligned with who you truly are, I don't think you could ever go wrong, even if the result is quote unquote unfavorable. Because at the end of the day, guess what? You did what you felt was right. And that's all that should really matter. The result shouldn't matter in itself. So I know there's so many different things, so many different examples I can come up with off the top of my head. Like we could talk about, I just randomly thought about that one moment when I was turning onto the freeway. This is a super small example. So there was this really long line. I'm going to adapt this story a little bit just to make it flow and make sense. So it's based off a true story, is what I want to say. So there's this really, really long line of cars, probably at least 30 cars to turn onto the freeway. And in my mind, I'm like, there's no way I'm going to wait in that line of 30 cars, and there's only one lane, one green light. And I'm just like, that's ridiculous. So instead of, and I go straight, and I'm like, I don't know this area too well, so I'm like, I wonder if there is another opportunity that I can make a U-turn and whatever, cut traffic in a morally ethical way or something like that. And in my heart said, Richard, don't cut in front of these people, because that's not the right thing to do. All these other 30 people have been waiting in line before you. So, trusting my heart is doing what my heart tells me to do, which is don't cut them off. So if I were to not trust my heart, screw that, I'm going to waste so much time. But my heart says, no, Richard, you gotta do what's right. My heart, I would cut everyone off, and maybe I'll save 5-10 minutes of my time, but deep down inside, I'm going to feel bad. You know, I'm going to feel like I did something that was out of alignment with who I truly want to be. You know, I want to be someone that is, I don't know what you want to say, fair, cool, all that stuff. Anyway, the point is, the point is, when I say trust your heart, it's sometimes trusting your heart can be inconvenient. Sometimes it can be painful. Sometimes weird situations, but none of those situations matter. Those weird situations, those harder situations matter because I believe is right. And I believe that's why it's so important to do and trust our heart. So that's what I have there. All right. So I see your comments. I'm not gonna. I will get to them in just a second. Let's see, Muhammad. I'm gonna go with Muhammad's question right here. A difference between trusting our heart versus gut feeling. I want to say trusting our heart and our gut feeling is synonymous, meaning they're pretty much the same thing. So, Tanya says, "Hey, came to your channel because I'm feeling so depressed right now." Tanya, well, welcome, and you know, you're welcome to. That's what we're here for. We're here to support each other, and feel free to going on in your life and see how we could support you right now. There's you know, you're not the only one going through a tough time in this room. I'll tell you that much. Yeah. Anyway, I see a lot of comments. I want to try to figure out a good way to organize this. Rich De La Fuente, good to see you on. What's up, brother? My stuff. Are you caught up with this chat? You are caught up with this chat if that's what you're asking. All right. So Tanya, let us know how we can support you. Okay, I'll be here and I'll be reading comments throughout this this live stream. Robin says, how do you get subscribers? Videos should I make on YouTube? Let's see what else. And I love your videos. Thank you, Robin. I appreciate that. So a few things. How do you get subscribers? This is a trick question. Subscribers. This is not a good question to ask me because I don't feel like the purpose of life is to get subscribers. You know, like I could tell you how to get subscribers, but my focus is not getting subscribers. You know, it's just the after effect in a way. You know, sometimes I had this goal to get a certain amount of subscribers and things like that. But now it's just like I do live videos. I don't even have any hashtags in my videos. I just do live videos. So don't really discover me anymore for the most part. I don't know if they could find these random videos. Anyway, why I kind of share this with you is to kind of share with you my approach of why I make YouTube videos. Yes. Hey, real quick, Mohammed, is connection bad on your side or my side? Please keep me posted with that one. Neither our connection is bad, but especially mine, since on my side, it's bad for everyone. Let's see here. Robin, I'm gonna go back to your question. So how do you get subscribers? You create content that matters to people. You create content that I feel like there's several different factors. It's either informative, entertaining. I'm sure there's like a more specific for it, but it's like get subscribers, informative, like, you know, adding value to people's lives, gets, I would say, let's call it connection. The ability to connect and relate with people and create conversation would also a follower base. Your second question is, what kind of video should I make on YouTube? Based off your passion, you know, create videos that you're passionate about. So passionate about beauty fashion, as your name says, beauty fashion. And this is just my opinion. You know, some people will disagree or take it a different way. But for me, you do you. You know, you create videos based off of what you want to create. I would say, like, don't create videos just to get subscribers. That is going to be very unfulfilling. Strategy is to create videos to get lots of subscribers. I want to actually talk about, maybe that's a strategy, but it might be a little bit misleading. So my recommendation to you is just like create content that you just want to create for fun. You know, subscribers be your reason to create content, or gaining subscribers be the reason for you to create content. The best way to get subscribers is to be your true authentic self and to what you're doing. Like your channel will die if you're not passionate about what you're doing, because you're going to stop creating videos. But if you enjoy what you do, you're going to keep making videos like me. Like, you know, I just make videos because I want to make videos. That's pretty much it. You know, there's no other reasons for it. I mean, there's some other reasons for it, but there's like, I hope you understand what I mean. Let's see. Onothoxinosis is a haircut. Thanks. So the heart is the decision that won't make us regret things in the future. I'd say so. I would say when we trust our heart, knows what the right decision is. Like it knows. I'm still trying to 100% define this. I can't say this is the 100% definition. What I'll say is my current definition of trusting your heart. What that means is your heart, that gut instinct that you have, is a combination of the emotions that you feel you have in a split second. Like your mind already knows what to do. We'll call it our survival mechanism, is as relevant today, is man, that's such a bad statement to say. Is not as important as it was back in the day. Hunter versus gatherer stuff. This is so debatable. If people are already just like, what are you saying, Richard? I could see the disagreements coming in already. I disagree with myself in some ways too. My point is, I feel like in our modern day society, fear is a tool that protects us from harm. In modern day society, fear holds us back from our dreams. Fear from ways. Society today where, you know, sure, fear is very valid. You know, like if someone's pointing a gun at you, fear is very valid. Fear is not as necessary anymore. So let's take, for example, you know, that you find is cute. If she rejects you, nothing. You know, you might get a little bit hurt. Like that fear is protecting you from yourself, and that's it. Like it's protecting you from, you know, being with that girl, whatever it is. I'm kind of making a joke here, but I mean, fear is protecting you from getting hurt. Which really, do you really need to be protected from getting hurt? You could argue yes, but honestly, like no, not really. Like you could deal with the pain, and past our fear, I believe in this modern day age, is really, really important to be successful. Not only just successful, but overcome the limiting beliefs that we have, overcome the beliefs that are causing us to feel negative about ourselves. Because when we fear something and we don't do it, we end up, our self-esteem and our confidence goes lower because feel like we're not capable of pushing through uncomfortable situations, and then that down. So there we go. All right. Onothox says, so it's also like listening body when feeling tired. I would say this is a little bit of a two-part question. A great idea to listen to our bodies when we're feeling tired. You know, if like, what's a good example? Let's take studying or working, for example. So let's say you're working really hard or you're studying really hard. And it's like, it's starting to shut off. It's like, oh man, I can't, my brain can't function anymore. So then your body is literally telling you that you get to rest, take a nap, whether that means go to sleep for the night, or just take a break, or go for a lunch break or something like that. In general, I think it's a great idea to listen to our bodies. If our body says says, hey, I'm tired, it probably means it's a good time for rest. However, the caveat for that is the exam coming up in, I don't know, in 4 hours, and you haven't started studying for it. It's going to take you all 4 hours to study. This is one of those moments where it's like, okay, your body is tired, but guess what? You get to push through as hard as you can so you can do as the best that you can on that exam. You got to listen to your body also. Like, let's say you're the type of person where 4 hours of sleep, then go take a nap, before your exam. If you think nap is going to give you a better result than studying for an hour, which I probably up to you to decide. How am I today? I had an interesting day today. I'm grateful. I'm happy. Today's a good day. I spent a lot of time today working on something tedious, which was tedious. I was working on rebranding my Quo, which is for being we'll call it a youth motivational speaker. I spent the whole pretty much the full day just redesigning my logo and just doing all these little tedious things. I don't know how to say this. It's like I'm doing it, but part of me feels like in order for me to embrace working on it, I get to put in the work, understand and love the brand that I'm creating. It's kind of weird. It's like assuming I feel like it's a little bit unproductive, but at the same time, I could see that if I want to love, I get to put in the work and the time and the love and the attention to it to make it happen. So I guess in a way, as much as it felt like it was a little bit of a waste of time, I wish I could have sped things up a little bit. It's time well spent, but also not really. So anyway, my day was good. It was productive in the sense that I've been working all day long. The right word. Canal? Is it Canal Music? What do you mean by trust your heart? By the way, Canal, great to see you on again. For anyone who missed the conversation of what does it mean to trust your heart, it means trust that gut instinct that you have. Gut instinct is in my opinion, again, opinion, our gut instinct is always right. Always right. Now, like I said before, if anyone who was not on earlier, it means to trust your gut instinct. It means to, if someone asks you a question right away, that first, it's that initial, what do they call it? Like that, whatever you think of first is usually the right answer. That's what people say. Trust me, I understand if you disagree with this little idea. Like, no, the first answer that I thought of is not always right. This is tricky because I remember multiple choice exams. People say trust your instinct, go with that first gut, that choice that you first think is right, and then I try it, and then I get the answer wrong. So, trusting your gut instinct is not necessarily going to yield you the right result. You're taking a multiple choice exam, and you're like, is the answer A or is it C? My first initial thought is A, being like B or something like that. You're like, oh man, my gut is wrong. It's not that your gut is wrong. How do I say this? I don't believe your gut is wrong. I believe this is complicated. That's your gut. One or two things might have happened. Again, this is all opinion. We could argue this. You didn't mint with your actual gut feeling. Much discussion before. That's option number one. Or number two is that it is possible that there is some sort of miscommunication or misinformation when learning the information, if that makes sense. Oh goodness, this is a good conversation. I mean, I could easily see how my points could be argued. I completely see it. So I'm not. This is the best example, but this is great. I mean, this is great for me because this belief of my own, which is trust your heart, and really believe in. It's something I've been practicing for the past 3 years. It's been working very, very well for me. So I don't think I'm being blind, but every single decision that I made with trusting my heart, it's resulted in a positive way. And anytime I had a quote unquote negative or unfavorable result, I didn't think twice about it. Like it didn't like be like, oh man, I made such a bad decision there. I trusted my heart, it didn't work, because I don't trust it anymore. No, it was like I trusted my heart. I went all in, and guess what? At least it's what I wanted to do. My own decision to make that decision, even if it didn't work out. So I'm going to continue to trust my heart and let that guide my way. So that's what I have there. I want to say thank you for asking these questions, because super, super important for me to have these kind of conversations so I could it helps me self-challenge myself. I'm putting myself in your perspective, asking me, Richard, like, okay, what does it mean to trust your heart? Is that true? Should we trust our heart? It's allowing me to play devil's advocate against myself, which is great. Alrighty. Let's see. Onathox says, I think 80% of sub gain is own. Sub gain? I'm not sure what sub gain is. Choppy. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. My stream is a little bit choppy. I'll get this. I got to figure out how to fix that. That's probably an internet problem then. All right. Hope you can hear me okay right now. I'll talk a little bit slower in hopes that it will be okay. All right. Tanya Halder says, thanks, Richard. I'm back in school and overwhelmed. Happens to others, but even if I am anticipating good change, I don't look forward to it. Also, I'm not surrounded by supportive people either. It is a new year, and I'm already off to a bad start. Okay, Tanya, hopefully you can hear me okay. I just want to let you know that that is perfectly okay. Like life happens. And yes, you're not the only one. Sometimes anticipates good change, but is afraid. About the anticipating good change is you're afraid to be disappointed. You're afraid that live up to your expectations, or that they will fall below your expectations because life. Because anytime something bad, and that's most definitely probably happened in your life. Otherwise, you wouldn't have those beliefs in place. So you're back in school, Tanya. You're feeling overwhelmed. Happens to other people. Okay. Let's see. You're feeling overwhelmed. Part of being a student is feel overwhelmed. I mean, there's so much going on. There's social, there's family, maybe financial, maybe relationships, crushes, things like that. Also extracurricular. So there's always so much going on. So it's overwhelmed. So don't feel like you're alone there. And don't worry if you're you're off to a bad start. It's wise people say, like, whatever, get some rest and let tomorrow be day one. And I know even this to digest. It's like I'm not having that great of a day. You know, how's tomorrow going to be any bit better? And try again tomorrow. And how do I say this? Don't expect tomorrow to be amazing. How it goes. Just be open to opportunity. Be open to the possibility that's tomorrow. And I understand that we're facing depression, when we are facing negative thoughts or this burden, this heavy weight and cloud and the weight and all that stuff, it can be really, really tough to keep our head up and keep moving forward. What I'll say is, like, as a student, all we really can do is just keep moving forward. We here on this channel, we're here to support you too. So if you ever need support, you know where to find me every single day at 8 p.m. I'll be here. Just continue to surround yourself with more supportive people. If people who are not supportive, do not hang out with them. People who are not supporting you are literally just sucking away your positive energy. I've been in this position way too many times in my life where I've hung around non-supportive people. Energy. So I advise you, if you want to not feel so depressed, I would recommend you finding people who are going to support you. Almost rather you choose to not hang out with negative people and be by yourself than vice versa. Taking your energy away, it's this is one of those tough situations. Like I would rather just to who are taking away your energy, your positive energy, and try to find people who are give you that positive energy. Okay. Anyway, one small little outlet that can help you that positivity back, because I mean life is great. Sometimes we see life and I've definitely been in those moments. I've been in those moments where I did not see the light at the end of the tunnel. What I can tell you is, now that I'm at the end of the tunnel, now that there is so much light in my life, literally this was 6 months ago, even 6 months ago, 4 to 5 months ago, I was in a very where I did not see the light at the end of the tunnel. I wanted to give up on life, and very dark place. So forward and just have faith that there is light, there is positivity, even if you can't see it right now, and keep moving forward. Okay. Robin says, I like you lots. I think you are smart. You are my favorite YouTuber. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Robin. That's a huge compliment to me. Alrighty. Onyx says, how can someone find new people to interact during winter break when most of the time is spent working on projects at home? Onyx, I would say that's, hold on, quick. For anyone who's on right now, can you do me a huge favor? No. Now, is it still choppy, or is it good? Because if it's choppy, then it's like, can you understand what I'm saying, or is it just a bunch of gibberish right now? Okay. So Anathox says, how do you find new people to interact with during winter break when most of the time is spent working on projects at home? How do you do that? I feel like it's being intentional. It's busy at home working on projects. There's a few things here. Like, what is your main priority? Oh man. Okay. I will continue to try to figure out how to fix the internet. It's really unfortunate that it's choppy. Sad. Okay. Well, we're going to continue the conversation to the best that we can, because that's all we could really do in this moment. Thoughts? Let's see. So if you are, it depends on your priority. Is your priority it's at home, or is your priority hanging out with people? Or, did you want a balance of both? Do you want to do both? If hanging out with people is that important to you, then you'll find a way to make it happen. So, where your friends are at, or being very intentional, meet up with friends or classmates, even though you're working on projects at home all the time too. But if I want to hang out with someone, very, very intentional about scheduling that time and making it happen. And sometimes if your project at home really important and you feel like you can't really take time away from it, either one, you can be creative and whatever it is, invite people to come over and hang out. You can video chat people or hang out. I don't know if you have online friends as well. Like, these are all, just be creative. Ooh. Okay. All right. Let's see. That is choppy. I'm very sad that it's choppy. Okay. So Robin says, what is your favorite YouTube videos to watch? Watching a lot of goodness. Personal, like, I don't know how to say this, like a lot of personal growth, personal development, vlog-ish videos. I used to watch YouTube for entertainment. Nowadays, I try to be more intentional with my time. So if I watch YouTube videos, are very kind of personal growth / education focused. When I say education, not kind of, to me, it's not boring education. It's not traditional stuff. It's more, it's you can say psychology, philosophy, things to grow my mind and help me be more centered and live life in alignment with who I am. That's where I'm at right now. Favorite YouTubers in general. I keep forgetting who my favorite YouTubers are. Like, there's so many good ones. One of my favorite vlog channels is Josh Dream. It's like Josh Dream, but instead of an M, it's an N. So Josh Dream. Goodness, there's so many. I can't think of them off the top of my head. Let's see here. All right. Yeah. I don't know. I like book reviews, ones like Fighting Mediocrity. Utter goodness. What else? There's so many good channels out there. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that for now. Let's see. Robin says, I trust my heart to start YouTube. Right on. There we go. Scared to start YouTube, but now I'm not scared. Awesome. If we're scared, and we know, if we trust our heart that we get to do YouTube, I think a lot of times we are scared. We get to do it anyway, even if we're scared. Hold on. I just want to make sure where we are. Could just be network problems, or you're using Wi-Fi directly with the Ethernet cable. Okay. So Johnny, thanks for the recommendation. My router is pretty far from my computer, so it's really, really hard to get it buy a upgraded router. So it should be okay. I've had this problem before, so I got to figure out what's going on with that. I feel like it's been choppy lately. Johnny likes this. I'm wondering where the trusting your heart is in the brain. There must be a specific explanation for it. Is trusting your heart just trusting your emotions? Like, I don't think you're on when I said this earlier. I believe these are all great questions. I would love to like talk to a psychologist about this a little bit more in detail. I believe, in my opinion, trusting your heart is a combination of your plus your logic combined together. If I were to guess, trusting our heart, if we're talking, so the heart of the brain is in the old brain, which is the, oh goodness, I should know this. So we have the neurocortex. I'm cerebellum. I forgot my neuro terms. The brain is the new brain. The more advanced functions are stuff like that. The inside the brain is the old brain. I forgot what it's called, but that is considered the heart of the brain. And the heart of the brain is, I believe, that's more responsible for the. Oh goodness, this is not. Don't listen to what I'm saying. The heart of the brain. I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to stop. I'm not an expert on this. I'm not going to feed you false information. So, so Johnny, like I wonder too, where that trusting your heart comes from too. I'll leave it at that. You could do some research on it. I could do some research on it, and I could. Once upon a time, I used to know, and I forgot now. Tanya, you're welcome for the positive words. Thank you for confirming that the stream is choppy right now. I hear that. Okay, let's see. Sudipta Das says, you have so less subscribers. Bro, promote your channel. Marketing, I got to work on my marketing more. One step at a time. You know, I can't say this is my priority. Is really focus on, I don't know, other stuff. It's not called the brain stem. There's a more technical term for it. Okay. Let's see. Old brain. Limbic cortex. The limbic system. So the old brain is called the limbic system. Function. We're going to research it right now. So the old brain, which is the middle of the brain, brainstem, the medulla pons, reticular formation, thalamus, cerebellum, amygdala, hypothalamus, and hippocampus. Basic survival functions such as breathing, moving, resting, feeding, emotions, and memory. Dive too deep into. I'm not going to try answering the question because I don't know the specifics of it. But yes, trusting your heart or gut. I think it might be something with the amygdala for sure. Well, let's search it right now. Function. Okay, so amygdala is what is the amygdala and what does it do? The amygdala is the integrative center for emotions, emotional behavior, and motivation. Upside down, up. Yep, that's all. Okay, so amygdala is it's for emotions, emotional behavior, and motivation. So that's amygdala is emotions. I don't know. This is a really good question to ask, by the way. I get to learn more about this on a neurological level. Yeah, these are super great, interesting questions. Let's see. Tanya says, trusting your heart or gut. I think it might be. We got that. Robin says, I love YouTube better than TV. More to YouTube than TV. TV is getting kind of old, huh? Johnny and Lex says, hi, Richard, thanks for being honest. It's nice to know things, but it's even nicer to stick to your scope of practice. Yes. I think understanding the science behind things is definitely an area of my life that I get to work on. I'm a very person versus a very factual scientific person. So there we go. Is like sensing danger, sensitive military soldiers. No. Good to know. Good to know. Alrighty. Oh, we are. It's crazy how quickly time passes by when we're doing the streams. I can't believe it's already been about 45 minutes now. Let me see here. I think we had a great conversation about trusting a heart. I wish some neuro people on here. You know, people. I'm like, I should bring on my neurosurgeon friend and talk about how you know what is trusting the heart. What is his perspective of trusting your heart, and what parts of the brain does that activate when we? So, I mean, I'd be interested in hearing about that. I'm sure I have some other friends I know that are close to me who might also know about this too. So questions and get some answers. All right. So let's see. With that being said, I just want to say thank you very much, not only for being on, but really thank you for challenging me today. Thank you for humbling me and reminding me how much I don't know, which is great because it's a great reminder how much I get to grow even more. Because for me, I always thought I was very comfortable with this whole concept of trust your heart, and I think on a level and on a feelings based level, your heart is working really well for me. To solidify my argument a little bit more might be to focus on the chemical, the scientific side of it, physical side of it. So I think that'll be really good. Join Like says, that would be cool to see his perspective. And Chen, I see you on. Hey, thanks for hopping on. Okay, so at this point, I'm probably going to say good night for tonight, and I will see you all tomorrow. Let me double check my calendar. Stream on tomorrow. Yes, we do. We got live streams on every single day for the next week. Off next about 1 week from today, but I'll let you know the day before or whatever, and calendar invite for it. So yeah. All right. Hey everyone, thanks so much for hopping on, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. And I'll see you on tomorrow at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, same time as always. Take care. Have a good night. Good night. Bye.